Hey everybody, it's Damon, Crazy Logics 007 on YouTube, Crazy Logics in the forum, and I'm getting ready to work on the, let's see if I can show it here, the PMI boards. This may end up, while I'm doing it, may end up in another video up in the corner, you never know, maybe if I come up with interesting stuff to say, but I'll probably kick my fan on and either do a voiceover, do music, or put it up in the corner of a video, because this is going to get pretty boring real quick. But it's kind of neat to see if it's sped up, I think, and you get to see what's in it. So I'm going to explain this real quick. I've had boards manufactured, and I got a stencil for them. And so the stencil works by just placing the board in here, and the stencil has these openings in it, and they match up onto the solder pads of the board. And I have some solder paste and a credit card, and I'll put some solder paste on and I'll smear it across, and that will, let me turn off the light, we're getting a little glare there, we're still going to get some glare, but that will put a thin coat of solder on each board, and I'll do each board that way, and I'll set it out of the way, and I'll get several of these done, and then I'll move this out of the way, and we'll have all these boards done. And then I'll use this handy dandy contraption right here, which is a aquarium pump that I have modified to be a little tiny vacuum pump. And on the end of the hose, if I can get untangled here, there we go, almost, there we go, is a syringe with a flat tip that's bent, and it has a hole in it, so when I kick it on with my switch, I can cover this hole up, and it makes vacuum at the tip, and that allows me to pick my parts that are over here on the side, all my chips, all my resistors, all my capacitors, and pick up that tiny little sucker and place it and let off, and it'll be stuck on the solder paste that's there, and I will do that with every one of them. Turn this back off. I made this hose long enough and everything so that I could just kind of wrap it around my arm if I don't get it under the wheel of my chair like I just did. Kind of wrap it around my arm a little like that. And then I'll, like I said, place all the components, and away we go. And I have my little legend here that tells me where each component goes, and I've kind of made me a little legend here. Now this is a little wonky from the way I would want to do it, because I had some partials and stuff. If I show you this, so I wanted to use them up, and so now I've got rolls after this that I'll be able to do a little easier, and I'll probably just stick one end of the roll down and just have the whole roll out. It'll be filled all the way, and I'll just keep it able to peel back. But I wanted to use these up, so I did the exact amount to cover these. Now I am missing this 270 ohm resistor because I'm a bonehead and I ordered 270K ones, not 270, and when I figured it out, when I was getting ready in the middle of the, or the beginning of the week, closer to the beginning of the week, so I ordered them, and the order processed should have been plenty of time. Half the order came from one warehouse, half came from another. One half that I didn't need, that didn't have that little resistor, shipped out on time and made it, and the other one got delayed one day and now is going to be delayed Monday. So there will be several of these waiting for those two little resistors that'll go on them, and I'll just have to hand touch them up with solder and on this first batch, and then I'll have plenty after that. But I wanted to go ahead and get started processing these and let you see how I do it. Like I said, I've got that, and then I've got my component list. And away I'm going to go. if I can get all this straight and everything else. And this is learning for me too, or the best way I want to do this. So I should get a wee bit faster, and I'm going to take that into consideration. So when you next pop up, we should be either with voiceover, music, or doing something else. See you in a little bit. Okay, now we just need to add them to the tray. I only did it in a batch of 5 because I don't know how long my flux stays tacky. There we go. We're going to bake these. I'm going to record it with my phone. My phone's normally my timer, so it'll be a little bit tricky here. I'll figure something out and get you some footage of it baking. But the beauty of doing it this way is instead of having to place each one and then try to solder it, because of the solder paste with flux built into it, it should pull all the components. So we'll do an inspection of them after we're done. Make sure they're all right, then add the main caps and the terminal strips.